The Middlebury women's lacrosse team opened its season way back on March 2nd with an 11-10 overtime loss at Bates. In the 64 days since, the Panthers have gone 16-0, earning the right to host yet another NESCAC championship. Let's go to Cone Field. Kate Livesey looking to lead mid to its 10th NESCAC title. The Panthers have to go through Tufts, who battled them to a 10-9 game just 2 weeks ago. First half, mid strikes first. Emma McDonough eases past her defender. It's 1-0 Panthers. But it's the Jumbos taking the lead at half. Emily Games makes this one a ball game. At recess, just one score separating the sides, 5-4. And in the second, Jumbos keep it rolling, tallying the first two scores of the half. All of a sudden, Mid finds itself down 7-4. So the Panthers take a timeout, and that seems to help. Jane Early charges in from the free position, and Mid ties this thing up at 8. We're still tied with less than 5 minutes to go. Emma McDonough, she scored the game's first goal. She also scores the game's last. The Panthers take down Tufts 10-9 again, capturing the program's 10th NESCAC championship. So Middlebury earns an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament, where the Panthers will meet the winner of Morrisville State and Johnson and Wales coming up on Sunday. The Norwich Cadet men also learning their tourney fate tonight. NU will take on New England College Tuesday in a first-round matchup. The UVM women's lacrosse season ended last weekend, and so did the career of senior leader Charity Warner. While it's the end of that chapter, it's the beginning, her unique upbringing, that shaped Warner into who she is today. On a late April day at the University of Vermont Athletic Complex, all is calm, all is quiet. That is, until practice.
Good job, Willie! Way to take it!
Growing up, it was very loud. Everyone always thinks that it's really quiet. Everyone always asks, like, is your house, like, really quiet?
Charity Warner is a vocal senior leader on the Vermont women's lacrosse team.
Yeah, let's move on to dig drill!
She's been trained to talk loudly her entire life.
Both my parents are, like, completely deaf. So my dad wears a hearing aid, and without it, he can't hear at all. And my mom, she can really hear just, like, pitches, like, really high or really low.
Warner grew up in Rochester, New York, where she had to come to terms with the fact that her parents were different.
Growing up, going to like soccer games and all of that, I just kind of felt like almost kind of bad for my parents because they weren't really involved with all of the other parents. It kind of felt like they were like outcasted.
The youngest of 4 children, Warner quickly learned to fend for herself.
At like age 10, I was calling doctors for my parents, like setting up appointments for myself, for my siblings.
She's very open with it. So when I was on the phone with her, she was, right away shared what her home life was like, and talked immediately about how quickly she had to grow up.
After 2 years excelling at a community college in Rochester, Warner left home and her parents
Can't make a save.
for a spot on Sarah Dalton's squad at UVM.
I wanted to be close enough to them where they could come to our games. It just wouldn't be the same without my mom and my dad standing there cheering me on.
When Warner's teammates are on the field, she cheers them on
By the way, Juice?
in her second language.
8 seconds!
Sign language was my first language, and then I picked up English later.
Our girls are always asking her, how do you sign this or how do you sign that? And sometimes she'll just start signing, and for her it just comes so natural. It's such a part of her life.
Hashtag this is Vermont.
Whether it's sign language or lacrosse,
It shaped me to who I am today.
without her unique upbringing, she says she wouldn't be Charity Warner.
She's ability to relate to anyone, take care of other people, and look out for other people. So she's just a really special kid.
And that's what makes her
Charity.
Vermont on 3, 1, 2, 3, Vermont! Yeet!
UVM is going to hold its annual Rally Awards Tuesday night. Coach Dalton, Warner's coach, nominated her for an award related to overcoming adversity. I think you can kind of see why there. So she's fluent in sign language. That was the first thing she learned, and I don't know a dang thing about
I was about to
sign
say,
language.
did she teach you anything? Were
She
you
taught
able to
me a
pick up
couple things
anything?
how to say. I know this is J, so thank you, Charity. That's it.
Jack?
That's all I retained.
Nice.
So.
Well, that's a great story.